What's up guys, Aaron Benjamin here for another video. I'm here with my good friend Ty as usual, and lately on my channel we've been focusing a lot on the half butterfly guard. So if you're not familiar with the position, you're going to want to check out the basics video. The link is going to be in the description. Today we're going to be doing a Kimura from the half butterfly guard. That might seem a little bit fancier, but it's actually very easy to do. I think there's a common misconception with this Kimura that people think it's a little difficult to do, but we're going to break it down and make it easy. So one quick second to thank you guys for liking, subscribing, commenting, messaging, all that stuff, guys. It really is what motivates me to make these videos. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, we're in our half butterfly. Like I said, if you're not familiar with the position, check out the basics video first. It's like 5 minutes and you'll understand it very well. So I'm going to use this frame control. This is almost where I always start. Sometimes I switch to underhook control, sometimes I switch to double underhook control, but I start with the frames, right? So I'm here in this position. There's always a dispute, if you see my last video where I showed like 4 different variations of Kimuras from here, on whether you should interlace your thumb or monkey paw. I typically start with the monkey paw grip, but you can interlace your thumb. It's really personal preference at that point. I don't think that there's a right or wrong. It's going to be what you do best. So I'm here, and I get my Kimura grip, just like this. I'm going to shoot through, right? So a good friend of mine, I gave him a shout out in the last video. He's a no-gi black belt, Pan Am's champion, EBI veteran, absolute beast. His name's Marcelo Cohen. He's an amazing guy at the Kimura. He's finished so many people, and I've trained with him several times. I've had the pleasure of being Kimura'd by him, and I've even attended some of his seminars. So one thing that he does very well is instead of coming up here with his Kimura grip, he focuses right above the elbow like this. And he really isolates the elbow. So if you can get here, that's going to be better. Guys, for this specific Kimura, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to sweep my opponent. So in order to sweep my opponent, I sometimes like to back up and put his hand inside of his own leg. It's not critical. You can get the sweep without it. But I'm going to do a butterfly sweep with the Kimura. I need to be pretty quick, and I need to do a butterfly sweep where I push into my opponent. I don't want to flip him over. So if you haven't seen my butterfly sweep video, that's definitely going to help you be able to get this sweep. So I'm here like this, and then look, I push myself away. But Ty can attest that I immediately put pressure on my hook. My hook got much tighter as I pushed myself away, and my right leg, my bottom leg comes out, and then look what I do. I push into Ty, and I Kimura him. Or I sweep him, pardon me. So guys, we're in this vulnerable position where I could get my back taken. So I'm doing it slowly for the purpose of demonstration, but as I sweep, right away I'm going to roll over my left shoulder. I do not stop there, and I'll explain why. My opponent typically comes into me. I push his hand. I extend my hand and I push his hand close to his belt as possible. Sometimes it ends up in the chest. And then guys, a lot of people see fancy guys like roll back over and do stuff. Guys, just walk yourselves here and make sure you get your knee underneath your opponent's rib, guys. That's your goal right now. You have to get your left knee underneath your opponent's rib. Your right hook follows through and comes in. Now, guys, if I want to take his back, I can roll him this way with that Kimura grip, hook, and then I'm going to undo the grip while maintaining very good control of his arm, scoop myself in, and get my seatbelt. So it's kind of like a Kimura back take from the half butterfly. So again, we're here, we isolate the arm, we're nice and tight on the elbow. If his arm is here, it's not the end of the world. I make sure to keep it tight, I undo my hook, and look, I'm going to push into Ty, like so. Right away, I roll through, right? And then he turns into me, I extend this arm, I push this arm forward, I walk, 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 I get my knee in, hook in. If you guys want to try to attack the back right away, make sure you hold his shoulder so that you keep his back glued to your chest. Seatbelt, nice and tight. And now look, I roll him over, and I can put my bottom hook in here, or I can roll him all the way, put my bottom hook in here. So again, guys, let's start over here. Let's do it a little quicker here. I'm here, I get my Kimura like this, This time his hand's inside his pants, or inside his leg. That's great. I undo and look, I push into him. I'm almost like throwing him this way. And right away, I roll, he pushes, I walk, walk, walk. I get this in. Guys, at this point, if I want to switch to a seatbelt, I can. Or I can keep my Kimura control so that I have good control over his head. And I can bring him this way, get my hook, pull, and then take his back. There's several different methods to attaining the back from there. Again, it's not a one-size-fits-all. Some people are going to be better at getting hooks on their left hip. Some people are going to be better at getting the hooks on their right hip. Some people will be better at maintaining the Kimura control, and some people will be better with the seatbelt. I personally like the seatbelt. That doesn't mean it's right. So let me explain to you why I don't stop halfway through and why this needs to be one motion. So let's assume I have the Kimura control. I'm here. I'm able to sweep tie. And I try to get the finish here, right? First of all, speaking about braking mechanics, it's very difficult to finish here. And here, I'm very vulnerable to a back take. Ty can shove my leg down and start to attack my back, exactly like so. So, rather than risk giving my opponent an opportunity to take my back, I'm going to do the sweep in one motion. Sweep, back, shoulder roll. So one more time, guys. I'm here like this. I've even done this when I'm in butterfly and he tries to like tackle me and I can get his wrist. I come through, I sweep, roll, and then I start to attack my partner's back. So definitely, if you're going to do this, you have to apply the roll quickly. It's a very good position. It works very well. And when you learn how to do that Kimura trap and take the back from there, you can use it from so many places, guys. You can use it to pass single leg X, rolling Kimuras, to pass the X guard, rolling Kimuras. I've become so comfortable with the Kimura trap that I oftentimes, real quick bonus technique here, go side control, so I have to tie inside. I oftentimes will get a Kimura, and I'm not very big, so sometimes I can't break the grip here, so I literally just fall over my shoulder like this, and then he turns into me, and then I end up going for a back take. So it's a subtle way to apply that Kimura trap from side that I really love. I haven't really seen much people show it. So when you get good at this, mess with it from everywhere and your Kimura trap's gonna get good. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe. And don't forget, sweep and roll right away or you might get your back taken. Thanks so much, guys. Os.